Good morning, everyone. All right, y'all. The voice clip was, "Are you a good witch, a bad witch?" And then she goes on to say, "I'm not a witch at all," or whatever it is. And then it goes, "Boof." But what I kept getting referred back to was where she said the good witch or the bad witch. And I'm reminded, I kept circling back out when I was under my tree. And I was like, where are we going? And I know, I know that's a question a lot of people are asking y'all, because y'all, I know many people are going deep within. And I know for me, for the last month, I actually discovered what bed rot really is. And I mean, honestly, before, if I ever had bed rot, it was, for normally because someone else or whatever, but never truly for just me. And I'm discovering taking just me time. If I just don't want, I'm making no excuses, that I'm just fucking doing it. And it's like you're taking this chance, this opportunity for you. And thank you for that confirmation. That was one of my cats playing with the box, and it was 118 on my timer. And it's like a step-by-step progress that you're making. And when I was out there this morning, what I was getting was that this internal reflection of seeing self, of seeing ego, of whatever your identity is, and that light and the shadow aspects of self. And I kept getting back to a conversation that my son and I had. And I had said, because we don't communicate well, and trauma and abuse of some kind or another has always been a part of our life. And he put it to me that his silence was not rejection. It was that he doesn't know how to communicate either. And he doesn't know how to express himself. That he 220 on my timer, that, he loves, but he doesn't know how to express it, and that he's busy with life, blah, blah, blah. And I got the gist of it was, and I understand that perfectly, he wasn't rejecting. His silence wasn't rejection. He was being as vulnerable as he could and knew how to be, and exposing his heart and his truth and going, I love you, but I don't always have the best way or know how to say it. And I understand that myself. 255 on my timer, because he gets that shit. Honestly, I'm the same way. There are many times I don't know how to express myself, and we stumble and we fall. But then looking back at ego, at self, one of the things I kept asking, and Spirit kept taking me back to this conversation, was how can, like my son or any of my children, love me now like they do despite everything that they went through growing up? How could they still love me? And this is where Spirit brings us to this morning, that point of reflection, of turning that mirror onto self. And like that self-absorption that I've had for the last month. You hear the kitty in there jumping in the box again. Many of us are diving deep and finding our true selves. The pilgrim, okay, the pilgrim. Opportunities and growth. We're taking this opportunity for that growth of self, whether you're on this journey, on the twin flame journey or not. We are all souls in evolution. And you are feeling and you're sensing that union, that completeness of self. And the biggest obstacle we have in unconditional love, and that's what it is, cosmic love, that divine love. And asking, how is it that my children or anyone could continue to love me after the pain I've caused them in their lives? How could they still love me? That cosmic divine love. How is it that we don't do that for self. And that is where that self-forgiveness is the hardest part about that unconditional love. To have that unconditional love for self, to forgive self, to let the past lie, to let the old you be buried under the ash and created into a beautiful soap for a beginning and a cleansing of the new. The archer, building your time, planning ahead. We're taking the ash and we're creating soap with whatever we have. I was reminded, 550 on my timer, of every time my mom or my sister or my best friend targeted me or whatever. I'll never understand their hate. I'll never understand that. Even knowing why, I don't think they know why. That's the pain they have to find within them. But every time anybody said, Luna can't do this, Luna not only did, she overachieved, but she did it for her. Thank you for confirmation. 6:33 on my timer. Do it for you. Many times we do things and people are hurt by it without us even realizing it. Sometimes our just breathing, succeeding, just being offends people. Not because of you personally, but because of their own childhood wounding. Will o' the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows, 62, which goes to 8. Light and shadow, heaven and hell. Is it? You know what I hear? It's inner bliss, 720 on my timer. You've chose to dive into self, to understand you, to come into union with the self, to see the treasure even in the dark, even in the light of day. You find treasure, and if you don't find it, you create it. Don't give up. You're doing great. Confirmation. Love it. Many blessings to you. Blessed be.